All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I have a guest today. We are not in the garden. We are at the seed starting station, which is just a table with stuff on it.
My delicate hands are not meant for the outside world.
But we're going to get some seeds started today. And today we're going to get peppers and eggplant and things that take forever to germinate and grow. And
Crocky?
This is Crocky. This is my brother.
My brother Crocky. I'm just kidding.
This is my brother Crocky. He has... Do you want to tell him about your channel?
Sure. I have a channel that is the complete opposite of gardening.
So we started them very, very close together. We started our channels very close together. And this is the lovely man that you can thank for all of my ridiculous content, because he inspired me to be like, I can do that too.
Yes.
I can put my stuff online. And
so far, she's been doing better than me. Let's just go ahead and point that out. Your guys' community is so full of wonders and joy, whereas mine is full of trolls.
He does. He says that often. That
I like my trolls though.
Us gardeners are very nice people, and gamers are very trolly, sassy people. We'll say sassy. We were mean.
Yeah, sassy. Yeah,
very sassy people.
Very sassy. Yeah, definitely not trolls at all.
So he streams video games.
Yes.
And does random reviews.
Yeah.
And I will be joining him on his channel because little do you guys know, but I also play video games.
And then afterwards, I'll be reviewing this experience.
So let's make sure he has fun today, right? So, yeah. All right. So I asked him to join me today because he's the only one in my family who's not camera shy.
Yes.
So
I feel like it'd be really awkward if I was by now.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So today we are going to be starting mainly hot peppers and other things that take a lot of time to germinate. So I was also very sad, and I had to rip out my celery that was growing amazingly well from last year, and I was planning on just leaving it there, or I would have winter sown this. And then I ended up having to pull it out because of the vole issue. I'll link to it.
The vole issue, guys. Hate when that happens.
It was a thing. Yeah. So I am going to be planting some celery today as well, because this, in my experience, it just takes forever to germinate. Days to germinate, 14 to 21. So
I'm going to pretend like
that's like 3 weeks, guys. And in my experience, it takes the whole 3 weeks. It's insane. So I'm going to start that today. And then I also have some eggplants. And this is Rosa Bianca Eggplant. Rosa?
That sounds like a celebrity.
I know, right? Yeah. The fancy eggplant.
Rosa Bianca.
I got this one because it's little. It's little. And so I figure it'll be easier to grow because it's little. Rosa Bianca eggplant. So eggplants are, I think they grow a little faster than peppers, but this one's also a fatty germination. It's a 7 to 14 day germination.
A fatty germination?
Fat.
That's not what you call it? A fatty?
That's what I call it.
It's a fatty.
Yeah.
That's a fatty germination.
Well, yeah, because it's an eggplant. It's very stout. Eggplant's very
look
stout.
at that. Just look at that, how fat those eggplants are. It's because it has a fatty germination.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I'm learning so much today.
We're trying to recruit from the gamer community into the gardening community.
Yes.
That's what's happening.
You're fine.
All right. So the rest of what we're going to be planting are hot peppers because
they're hot.
They're hot.
Like HAWT hot?
No, like HOTTTTT hot.
Hot.
So some of these I have grown before and I've had success with, but they do take forever to grow.
Okay,
and I've
define forever for me.
I've never. So they say that you should start peppers 8-ish weeks before your last frost date. Right. We are 12 weeks before our last frost date. And
It's a long time.
and I'm doing that on purpose because I have started them 8 to 10 weeks before, and I'll get a harvest, right? But I won't start harvesting anything until late July, early August. And then by that time, you only have like another month or so before we just don't have the daylight hours.
Damn. You could watch like Game of Thrones like 3 times over in that amount of time.
Yeah, you could.
Like binge watch it. Not like a normal consumer.
So my goal is to just get an earlier harvest so that I can get a longer sustained harvest.
Right.
So I'm just trying to start them as early as I can. And I'll probably have to pot these up, which is totally fine. Poblano.
Yeah, I got no jokes for that one.
It's a big hot. I think this is the.
It's a big hot. We got a fatty or we got a big hot?
This is why he's here, folks. So
I'm sensing a theme.
So, it says 10, again, it says 10 to 20 days to germinate. I have a heat mat, and in my experience, it still takes the full 20 days to germinate. It still takes forever, even with the heat mat. So I don't know. This one I've had for a couple of years too, so I'm probably going to use up the rest of these seeds in here.
You've had these seeds for years?
Yeah, you can. Oh. Yeah, seeds are viable for years.
I learned something new today. I don't know. I just leaned into the camera like as if I'm on like some sort of TV show. Like
breaking the fourth wall.
I've been breaking the fourth wall.
So
on the daily.
So that one, the poblano is like the chili rellenos.
Okay.
You know, you like stuff them and broil them.
Oh yeah, when you talk food groups, that's how you get to me. Like,
yeah. You've had. I'm sure you've had most of these before.
Oh yeah, 100%, one way or another.
So my goal this year, I'm growing a lot more hot peppers and sweet peppers this year, and my goal is to make a lot of salsa bags for the winter. So Becky at Acre Homestead did this, and I was very intrigued because my husband loves salsa. It's like his favorite food group. I'm pretty sure he could sustain himself off of salsa and beef jerky alone. So Becky at Acre Homestead did salsa bags where she took all of like her big cherry tomatoes and leftover little cherry tomatoes that she didn't want to process, onions, garlic, and a bunch of hot peppers, and just threw them in a freezer bag.
Okay.
And stuck them in the freezer. And then over the winter, you just grab a bag, stick it in a roasting pan. Okay. Roast it, blend it. You have fresh salsa.
Fresh.
Over the winter. Fresh salsa over the winter.
Just.
Well, because it's not fresh, it's frozen.
Fresh?
It's frozen. But it was fresh at one point.
Well, yeah, homemade. It's like homemade. Like if you got the box of mac and cheese, you're like, hey, I made this homemade. It's kind of that.
It's talking about you, Mom.
So, I hope you watched this. Hi.
So anyway,
I'm like crossing a dimension. Just going into a whole different world of content.
Welcome to the world of gardening.
I'm gonna be hopping.
We're gonna keep branching out. So, I got a good old jalapeno, just a regular old jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
These ones, I've grown these before from at my gardener, and it's just a regular jalapeno. But you get, I'll probably get 2 plants, but you get like so many jalapenos off of one plant. It's insane. The last time I grew these, I didn't grow any last year because I didn't need to, because I had so many frozen. I sliced them in half. I made frozen jalapeno poppers out of them. Ooh. I had many coming out of my ears.
Now, do they come spicier than if you were to buy it at the store, or about the same?
About the same.
Okay.
Jalapenos, always a mystery, because sometimes they're insanely hot, and then sometimes
those damn jalapenos always
they're fine. Sometimes they're fine, and I'm a baby and I can eat them, and then sometimes I just die a little.
And sometimes I just die inside.
Next up, habanero. habanero. Good old hobby. This bad boy, one little tiny habanero is good for an entire thing of salsa.
Oh.
So little goes a long way.
Okay.
But I'm going
Good
to
old
grow
hobby.
one of those.
Like hobbits.
Cayennes. And I've grown this cayenne before, and it dries really well, too. So I made my own chili powder out of it, and I saved all the seeds, and I did, the crushed red peppers
Okay.
that you can buy.
Oh.
I did that.
Cayenne. You dig it.
Tabasco.
Oh. It doesn't come in a bottle.
This is before it gets to the bottle.
Oh, it's based off of an actual pepper? Like,
This is how you get the bottle.
I thought it was just like a mix of random peppers, and they're like, yes, Tabasco, bam.
Right? Well, Tabasco is actually the region that it's grown in, too.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
So when I found out, I actually didn't know that it was a pepper, like back in the day either. I thought it was just named after the region that it comes from.
I thought it was named
it's
after
an
that
actual
guy on
pepper,
the front
too.
of the bottle. No?
Maybe it's his name. I don't know. Maybe the pepper is named after him.
Dude, Jose Tabasco? No? Tabasco? Tabasco.
I don't know.
That lived in Tabasco? That grew Tabasco peppers? Their whole family is Tabasco? Tabasco
Okay.
Jr.?
This one I'm growing for me. It's a habanada. And this one is a habanero with no spice. Or so they say.
Well, what's the point?
Because I like the flavor, but I don't want the spice.
Isn't like
I'm
the
a baby.
flavor of peppers meant to be spicy?
No.
No?
So the last pepper we're going to be growing, I special ordered this one, and it's the Sugar Rush Peach. And I'm very excited about this one because this one is supposed to be sweet and fruity when you first bite into it, and then it gets hot.
So hence the rush.
Later. Yeah, rush.
The sugar rush right to death.
Sure.
Like, is it like, how spicy is it?
It's pretty darn spicy, apparently.
On the scale of 1 to pretty darn spicy, it's pretty darn spicy.
It's pretty darn spicy. I think it's more than a jalapeno.
Ah, yes.
It doesn't say.
So
It doesn't say.
So a jalapeno is darn spicy, but this is a pretty darn spicy.
This is pretty darn. There's a pretty in front of it. Yeah.
Is there like after that like damn spicy? Like,
Yeah, that's a habanero.
Ah. Oh, okay. So that's the damn.
Yeah, that's hot stuff.
Is it the damn like DAMN or is it damn like with a Y?
With a Y.
With a Y. Okay.
Yeah.
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 We don't actually spell out cuss words on this show.
No. So that one I'm super excited about though because I've heard that one's really good at making hot sauce and salsas because it gives like a fruity, like light flavor to salsa.
I like how you did this as a little fruity. It just oh wow! I really feel it.
I don't know. I'm gonna start getting these in some soil.
Okay,
I'm gonna start writing though.
Oh, all right.
Flavor.
Organization's key with gardening.
So this was
I've
one
noticed.
of my garden goals for this year.
Oh, garden goals.
Was to stay organized.
Oh,
I'm gonna make peppers pink because they start with a
that
P.
that fits. That tracks.
Because they start with a P.
Oh, God.
Peppers.
I like that. I like that correlation.
Sugar Rush
Death.
Peach.
Sorry,
Peach.
Right. Okay. So, are you planting them? So there's like 6 slots per like seed, or is it like all of them are going to be Sugar Rush?
No. So I'm only going to most of these. I'm only going to do like 2-ish plants. So I'm going to do 2 seeds in each cell.
Cell. That's what they are. They're not compartments.
This is a 6 cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cell.
I'm really glad you counted because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten it.
Do you trust yourself to start to plant the seeds?
I mean, I'm gonna have to for this.
Do you want me to do the first one and then you can?
I like preemptively answered because you said, "Do you trust yourself?" And I stopped right there and I was like, "Absolutely not."
Okay. All right. So I'll do the first one. So you make a little hole.
Yep.
I usually use the pen because
That fits. You don't want to get your hands dirty and
I
gardening.
don't. I'm a glove gardener. So there are two types of gardeners.
Oh, yeah, the glove gardener. Yeah, you don't go in raw.
I don't. There are two types of gardeners: the glove gardeners
Okay.
and the hands-on gardeners.
I am learning so much about your community right
I
now.
know,
That's
right?
great.
Well, my community is nicer than yours,
I
so
know.
they won't be mean to you.
Yeah.
When it's obvious that you don't know what I'm saying. So make a little hole.
Okay.
You put 2 in each one.
Yep. Oh, and then cover the hole.
Because you don't know that both of them are going to germinate. And then you just cover it up.
Oh.
And then we'll water it in afterwards.
So we're making homes for them.
We're making little homes.
They're like little gerbils. Or like little, like what? Gophers. There
little
you go.
Little gophers.
Yeah.
We're making little gopher
How
holes.
cute.
Okay.
They're like little babies. Oh. I'm really feeling sentimental. Okay, what's this next one? I trust myself enough now.
Habanada.
Habada.
It's a habanero, but it's not hot.
Okay. All right. Pen me up. Let's do this. Bam. Okay. I don't know why I'm overthinking this. I'm just like, okay, what end did she use? I'm like,
Either end is fine.
Either end is fine. Okay.
This is why gardening is so great, because it's really hard to mess up at this point.
I feel like I'm about to mess some stuff up.
He's all, watch me.
Honestly, that does not give me any confidence, because if you ever watch my show, Crocky, my show, oh my God. If you ever go to my channel, you'll notice there's a trend, and I suck at everything. So that's part of the whole appeal. So yeah, like anytime they're like, it's so easy, you can't mess it up. They were like, watch, hold my beer, or in this case, hold my peppers.
That's why his viewers are so mean to him, because they just want better.
That's right.
They're like,
they just want better.
They just want him to do better.
They're like, yes, it's constructive criticism. Where's the construction? Nowhere to be found.
There was a reel I just saw yesterday.
Oh,
and
God.
This little girl was writing Valentine's Day cards for her class.
Oh.
And they were all like, Happy Valentine's Day, and you're so pretty, and you're so nice. And then one of them was like to this guy named Dennis, and it was all, Dear Dennis, do better. And I was just like, oh my gosh.
Just straight up getting violated by Valentine's Day. Dear Dennis, do better. Oh, goody, Tabasco. Our good old boy, Jose Tabasco, would be so proud. That's his actual name. I'm just sticking with it.
I mean, it's a good name. Good a name as any.
I mean, it's a good name.
Good a name as any.
Oh, look, and dose. Uno dos. And then we just go blop, blop, blop. Blop, blop, blop. There's like a twig in here. Is that supposed to be a thing?
How big is the twig?
It's like about yay big. Oh no. Do you guys have like different increments of measurement in gardening?
Yeah, so this is a big twig.
Okay. That's a big ass twig.
So
That's a yikes twig.
basically, whatever you're planting, you
Okay.
don't want the twig to be as big as the seed that you're planting, because the seed could get stuck. It could try to germinate, and then it could go like this, and then it could go like up
Just
against
like
the
that.
stick. Yeah. And so if it's that big, then we get rid of it.
Honestly, I just want you to record that just to see if the plant actually goes.
It does. I've seen videos.
I'm going to put a twig in there for experiments.
We've seen videos. We know that's exactly
There's
what
also
happens.
this twog. It's a little bit thicker than a twig. Don't worry, I got you guys. My little ones. Okay. Now we have, I can't read, cayenne.
Ring of Fire Cayenne. So with these bad boys, I'm going to use more than 2. in each because these are a couple years old.
Because they go a little bit slow. Oh, they're a couple years old. Okay.
They're a couple years old. And I'm sure some of them will still germinate. I'm not worried about that. But germination does go down eventually.
Ah.
And this one is 3 years old.
Every single time I think about germination, I think about like when I was in elementary school and this girl didn't like me because I quote unquote had boy germs. So cooties, if you will. So each time you say germinate, it reminds me of my traumatizing past.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
I didn't know that this video was going to traumatize
Dude,
you.
a lifetime of therapy goes so far. As if I actually wanted.
And that's why Kyle never came back to my channel, because I traumatized him with the germs.
Anytime people think about it, they're like trying to talk about like, what happened to? Don't even mention it. I cannot go back.
All right.
All we strive to be is the popular people. This one is the habanero. Habanero. We're doing more habanero, right? We're doing more. Yeah.
Well, the first one was a habanada.
I thought they were the same thing.
No, see, this is the actual hot one. That one was the not hot.
No, stay in school, kids. Can't read, apparently. Habanero, habanada.
Reading is hard.
Habanada.
So, this one is also a little old. This one also is 3 years old. Apparently, 3 years ago, I got a lot of...
Is that like a grandma in plant years? Just like in seeds?
Huh?
Like, just like dog years?
Oh, no.
No?
No, this is still like a teenager.
A teenager.
This is still a teenager.
So we got some rebellious seeds.
Yeah, they might germinate. They might not. You don't know.
It's like, you don't know me, Mom.
Yeah, you don't know.
And then, like, when they germinate and then they try to, like, go a different direction and you're like, towards the other plants, then they go, well, what do you think you're doing? And then she's like, but Mother, I love her. Him. Her. Whatever.
So, it's funny that you said that because with the peppers...
Sorry.
With the peppers, I actually do plant them very, very close together. So you're supposed to plant them, I think, like 18 inches apart. But if you plant the same varieties, like right next to each other, like 4 to 6 inches apart,
okay,
then they like hold hands and they support each other. And they're like, they become little friend plants.
I like how they're still the same distance, like in middle school when you're supposed to dance with your partner,
Yeah,
and they get like a ruler.
Oh yeah, they're holding hands. They're not groping each other. You don't want your plants to grope each other. That's too much. They won't get enough sun.
Oh,
We are making progress.
Yes, we are. All right, I got this. Pen out. Start dipping.
So I'm going to start more eggplants than I think I'm going to need.
Can't go wrong with them big boys.
One, because
you have a fixation with eggplants somehow.
Well, no, I've never tried them before.
You never tried an eggplant before?
Well, I've eaten an eggplant. I've never tried this kind of eggplant before.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if I'm going to like it, but if I do, I'm going to be sad if I don't have a lot. But also, I'm going to give eggplants to my mom and our brother.
Oh.
So I am growing extras. And I don't know if they're going to be so keen on the hot peppers because
look at us.
People grow, well, everyone has a garden for different reasons, right? Like I like experimenting with cooking different things. My mom likes some spicy stuff, but I don't know how much she would really love all of these. I might give her a jalapeno plant or something. Or the sugar rush, if I get a bunch of those. Maybe I'll give her one of those to experiment.
Hope that if you do give her the sugar rush, it's just like, oh man, this is so sweet. And then just like, bam, spikes. We do not support violence on this channel. Mine, we do.
So, But I know that our brother really likes gardening for more like fresh eating.
Yeah.
He's not really into like super into canning and stuff unless I'm forcing him. I have forced him before. So
A little uncanny how that works.
I will grow a couple extra eggplants because I think that they would enjoy them as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Rosa Bianca Eggplant.
Honestly, I'm in love with this eggplant just because of the name.
Rosa
Bianca. Oh, good old Rosa.
Yeah, you gonna try it?
Is there a special method of planting seeds?
Yeah, it's super special. You take the seed and you put it in the hole that you already made.
Oh, how many seeds am I putting in this hole?
2 in each hole. Because those seeds are new.
Oh, they're new. Okay.
They're new.
They're 2. Okay.
Yeah. Old seeds, we oversow the heck out.
But like, why is there such a big bag for all these little tiny seeds?
Because what do you
like they're all the way at the bottom. How am I supposed to reach in?
You tip a little, and then you. Or you can put a little in your hand. They're not pop rocks.
Oh, Rosa, I can't wait for you. Okay, we have 1. I'm just gonna put that. Beep.
1.
As you can tell, I'm not good at this at all.
Well, you've just never done it before. Everyone's good.
Right.
Everyone's bad at things they've never done before.
2. Okay, and I gotta get 1 for the other hole. Can't. No hole left behind. There you go. And I'm so afraid I'm just gonna spill it everywhere. I don't wanna do Rosa like that.
Well, put them in your hand. Go like this.
Oh no, you can put them in your head. Oh, Rosa.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, just like you act as if I have these little tweezers for fingers. Like I can do that.
There are men who garden as well.
I have stumps for fingers.
It's not just women with little dainty fingers. Okay, men garden too.
Yeah, I feel like I just have these little stumps.
Actually, I watched this channel where they do it's like a commercial farm.
Uh-huh.
And they have this very cool seeding machine where it uses air pressure to suck the seeds in the little holes, and then it flips it over onto the seed tray, and then it releases and it just pushes the seeds out into each individual cell. And it's so satisfying to watch. Seriously.
Why don't we have that now?
Because I'm not a commercial farm.
Oh.
It's probably a very expensive machine. Probably a very expensive machine.
Okay. We gotta put Rosa back in the bag. All right, Rosa. Joy. You get stuck in my hand. There you go. There you go, Rosa.
All right, well, we're all done with Rosa.
My true love.
Did I put?
Just kidding, honey. I love you.
All right, I'm gonna put 3 poblanos in there.
Poblano was.
Actually, you know what?
Sounds like you're a Sims character when you say that.
There's not very many.
Bandukenschmart. Poblano. No? We ever played Sims before? No?
It's been a bit.
Bruh.
It's been a bit. I don't think that I've played Sims in 20
shame.
years.
If you know the reference to Sims, like and comment on the video below.
Alright. Oh yeah, I remember these.
I guarantee you there's a handful of gardening people that watch that play Sims. Guaranteed. 100%. They don't just sit there and garden. What?
Okay.
Oh.
So, celery seeds are just the tiniest little things you've ever seen in your life.
Ah.
And I think they
put them in there?
I think they actually are surface sown. I don't think you need a hole. I think they need light to germinate. I don't remember. I should probably Google that really quick.
How tiny are these seeds?
They're really freaking tiny. Watch. Do you see them?
Did you even put them in?
Yeah, I'm dropping them in right now.
Oh, okay. No, I see one. There you go. I just had to angle the light just right in order to see one of them.
Blink and you'll miss it.
I keep blinking.
Oh, I double seeded that one. Oh well.
Oh, yeah.
It'll have poblanos.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure
It'll
nothing
have
bad will happen to that one.
Poblanos and celery. It'll be fine.
Dude, a poblano celery stick? It'd be crazy. It'd be wild.
That's an option. It's an option. You could do it.
A poblano? Could you really? Like, could you mix them together? And they
I mean-
grow together? Just like,
I mean, you can grow anything together.
they'll be groping each other?
They would grope each other. I don't know if they would
Just
like it.
oh yeah!
I don't know if they would like it.
This is a spicy celery stick.
I don't know if they would like it. I don't know if they would appreciate it.
No?
No. There is something called the Three Sisters Garden where you grow corn and beans and
Okay.
winter squash right next to each other.
And then they turn into...
So the corn grows up,
Yeah.
the beans grow around the corn,
Oh.
and then the winter squash sprawls across and covers up so you don't get any weeds.
All right. Okay. Look at those people working together like they're
Yeah.
the dream team.
I know. Doing work.
No.
All right, so this is what we have for our peppers. I'm very excited. I'm going to get them on a heat mat. I'm going to get them watered in.
And they get better treatment than I do. You get a heat mat?
They got a heat
You're going to
mat.
give them a massage?
You got to
after,
keep
too?
them warm and toasty.
Oh, yeah. Just like, here's
Yeah,
some,
peppers
some
are
water.
dainty little creatures.
Oh.
They require lots of tender loving care.
Yes. And then, which is funny because they're like aggressively spicy.
Yeah.
Right? So like
Yeah.
they betray you in the end.
Yeah.
Like,
So
with pain.
when they become
So-
teenagers.
So it's
They're-
like having children.
Yeah.
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 Okay. That's nice.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
for assisting. I hope you learned something. Did you have fun?
I learned that there's a lot more plants than I thought.
A lot.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
And they're named Rosa Bianca, which, I mean, that's truly the only name I really need to know.
Just think of how many different kinds of salsa we're going to be able to make this summer, though.
That's true. Lots of salsa.
All the salsa.
All of it.
So I'll bring the salsa and you just bring chips whenever we have a...
I'll make them
Yeah.
homemade.
Okay.
Yeah. From the store. If you guys want to check out a gaming channel that's completely unrelated,
You could.
feel free. I stream live on Twitch and on YouTube. And I'm on TikTok and Instagram. Not as much. YouTube is the
I'm
most
also on
important
Instagram,
one, though.
but YouTube is just more fun.
Yeah, YouTube is a lot more fun,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
A lot more opportunities to, cross worlds, like we're in a crossover episode.
We are.
Yeah.
We are.
Just a crossover
You didn't
episode
think it could work between the gaming community and the farming
the
community.
crossover nobody
But it
asked
did.
for. Just kidding.
But we did it anyway.
Yes, we did. And also, if you like and subscribe, you could also check her out on one of my videos eventually. We don't have a set plan for that.
We don't have
one
a
yet.
date planned yet.
But the beautiful thing is that it's all digital.
It is, and he promised me that I get to play the one game that I'm actually really good at.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then I get to find out how bad I am at that game too.
and then if I'm feeling generous, I'll let him kick my butt in a different game.
If I'm feeling generous, just all the time. But I think it would be awesome to see you play and realize how bad I am.
I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure I've played with worse.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm gonna steal that clip. We're just gonna be like, sure, you'll be fine. But yeah, no, thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, it was fun. Thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And just in case you forgot, if you're at the end of this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you leave a comment, just come up with a joke. Any joke.
Any joke.
Any joke. Why
Let's
not?
keep it PG-13, people.
No, any joke. The world. It's not gonna be past PG-13. It's your channel. Like,
I mean, true, but still.
like I want gardening jokes. Like
Gardening jokes?
Yeah, like the beanstalk walked into the bar or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, like gardening related jokes.
Gardening related jokes.
Or if it's really funny.
I made a dinosaur tail joke. Not very many people laughed.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, I planted dinosaur kale.
Okay.
And I said, do you think if I told my son that it's dinosaur kale that he'd want to eat it?
Oh, yeah, that video. Okay. Yeah.
I got like 5 laughs.
Honestly, mom jokes.
And I think they were pity laughs, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. They were just like, really? Did you really just say that? Laughs?
Well, I mean, it's like, that's definitely mom humor.
Yeah.
My wife laughed at that joke.
Yeah.
You know,
fellow mom.
Yeah.
Fellow mom. She got it.
Yeah, it's mom humor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That tracks. Then I have dad humor where I think everything I say is funny, but 9 times out of 10 it's not.
It just doesn't land.
No. Oh yeah, like half of my jokes don't land. Kidding me? Yeah. I honestly, when I meet people for the first time and I'm saying all these jokes and they're like, "Oh my god, you're so funny, you're so clever." I'm like, "That's because I've tested it out on like 25,000 other people." And it just didn't land all those times. So you just got the cutout version of all the jokes that landed.
I take jokes from really obscure movies and old TV shows.
Okay, there you go.
And then when people laugh, I'm like, yeah, I know it's funny because I laughed at it 20 years ago when I saw it on that TV show. Mm-hmm.
Mic drop.
You're welcome.
I'm ahead of the curve by 20 years.
I always give them credit so they don't think that I made it up. But, you know.
Well, I mean, that's very nice of you because I would have taken credit.
I'm just like, yeah, that was from Lethal Weapon 1.
Lethal Weapon 1 at 42 minutes and 35 seconds. That good.
All right. Thank you, friends, for sticking around with us if you're still here. And we'll see you next time for some more seed starting. And I'm going to be getting some tomatoes and flowers and more fun things.
A lot more fun things.
More fun things started very soon.
And then we'll see how Rosa looks.
We will check in on Rosa and her friends. Yep. Rosa and friends.
Rosa and the gang.
This is who we started today. All right. Thanks, everyone. See you next
time.
Bye.
Bye.